Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. During this pandemic, I do believe that you are taking good care of yourself and your family members, and you must all be following all the COVID-19 guidelines like wearing masks, washing your hands again and again, and maintaining social distancing. I am Monica Call, your maths teacher, and children, today we will be discussing about lines and angles. Lines and angles are also called as building block of geometry. So let's start.
So children, we are doing 5th grade geometry, lines and angles. So let's start. A point indicates a position in space. It has no length, breadth or thickness. On your screen you can see 3 dots. These 3 dots, dot P, dot R and dot S, are called as point, and they are read as point P, point R and point S. Point is named as capital letters, like in this case it is written as capital letters PRS. So whenever we are naming the points, we always use capital letters. The example of point is location of any address on map is a point. So children, we can also say that a point is an exact location or position. Line segment. So children, if we join any 2 points, we get a line segment. So a line segment is a straight line having 2 endpoints. We have already learned that we name the point by capital letter. So here we can name this as A and B. So here line segment can be named as A and B, and symbolically it can be represented as A and B with the symbol of line segment on the top. Line segment. Line segment may also be called as segments. So if instead of line segments, segment is written, so children don't get confused because it can also be called as segment. Line segments are part of a line, and line segments do not have arrows. It has 2 endpoints and it doesn't have any arrows. A line segment contains a finite number of points. It is a fixed distance between 2 points on a line. It has 2 endpoints, and symbolically it is written as line segment DE or ED with the symbol of line segment on the top. The edge of a ruler and the edge of a duster is a perfect example of line segment, as it has 2 endpoints and it is having a definite length. Ray. Children, when we extend a line segment in one direction, it is called as a ray. A ray is a part of a line having one endpoint and it extends indefinitely in one direction. So a ray can be named as ray MN, and symbolically it can be written as ray MN with the symbol of ray on the top. So ray begins with a point at one end. Ray go on and on forever in one direction. Ray have an arrow on one end. So this is a ray. It can be read as ray AB or it can also be read as ray AC. So symbolically it is written as ray AB and ray AC with the symbol of ray on the top. These are some of the examples of ray. A beam of light coming from a torch can be compared to a ray, as it has a definite endpoint and it goes on continuously in one direction only. Similarly, the sun rays are also the example of rays. Children, you must have seen the symbol of arrow showing direction at the side of the road. That is also an example of ray. Now the next one is line. Children, if we extend a line segment, we get a ray. We get a line. A line is a straight line with arrows on both the direction and it extends indefinitely in both the direction. We can name this line as, for example, line MNN. So symbolically it can be represented as line MN with a symbol of line on the top. So line have arrows on each end, see, like this. Line do not end, they go on and on in both the directions. This is a line. Any two point on a line can be used to name it, such as it can be named as line AB or CB, line BC or CA, or line AC or line BA. These are some of the examples of line, like railway track, road, orbit of a planet. These all are examples of line. So children, now we will be discussing about difference between a line segment and a line and a ray. So children, now we will discuss about difference between a line segment, a ray and a line. So let's start. A line segment. So children, a line segment has two endpoints. So this is a line segment having two endpoints, right? A line segment has a definite length because it is having a two endpoints. A line segment can be drawn on a paper. Why? Because it is having a definite length, so we can draw a line segment on a paper. Let's name this line segment as line segment A and B. So symbolically we can represent this line segment as line segment AB with a symbol of line segment on the top. The next one is ray. So children, if we extend a line segment in one direction, we get a ray. So a ray has only one end point. A ray does not have a definite length. Why it is not having a definite length? Because it can extend indefinitely from one direction, so it is not having a definite length. And we also cannot draw a ray on a paper, but we can represent it. Let's name this ray as ray XY. So symbolically you can represent this ray as ray XY with the symbol of ray on the top. So the next one is a line. So children, if we extend ray from both the direction, we get a line. A line has no end point. Why? Because it is having two arrows. A line cannot be drawn on a paper. Why it cannot be drawn on a paper? Because it extends endlessly from both the directions. So we cannot draw a line on a paper, but we can represent it. And line does not have a definite length. We can represent this line as, for example, let's name this line as line MN. So symbolically we can represent this line as line MN with the symbol of line on the top. So again, a line has two endpoints. A ray has only one endpoint and it extends endlessly from one direction, and a line has no endpoint and it is also not having any definite length and it can extend endlessly from both the direction. Types of line. There are different types of line. Let's discuss one by one. Let us study about this. Look at the number 6. Does it have a line? Yes, it is having a curved line. Now look at the stem of the flower. It is having an imaginary curved line. Children, I know you all enjoy sliding down the slide, isn't it? Do you know slide is an example of slant line? Lines, segments and ray may be oblique. Oblique means slanted. Horizontal line. The rod highlighted here represent the horizontal line. Lines, segments and ray may be drawn horizontally. Horizontal means level with the horizon. Vertical line. The traffic lights is an example of vertical line, the line which held straight up. It is called as vertical line. Lines, segments and ray may be drawn vertically. Vertically means straight up and down. Well students, how many vertical and horizontal lines are there in this figure? So let's find out how many vertical lines are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means there are 4 vertical lines. And how many horizontal lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means there are 4 horizontal lines. So this is the correct option. Parallel lines. Two lines that are at the same distance and do not meet are called as parallel lines. So children, you always have to remember that parallel lines never meet each other. Line AB is parallel to line CD and symbolically it can be written as line AB parallel to, we use two lines to represent parallel lines, and is parallel to CD. Parallel lines, you can see the example here. The highlighted lines on the railway track is an example of parallel lines and they do not intersect. You can see the highlighted lines do not intersect each other. So we can say parallel lines never travel alone. Lines, segments and ray may be parallel. Parallel lines go in same direction and will never cross over each other. Parallel lines can be horizontal, they can be vertical and they can be oblique. Children, do you know the mathematical sign equals to is an example of parallel lines? These are some other examples of parallel lines you might have seen in day-to-day life. Intersecting lines. Lines that cross at some point are called as intersecting lines. In the mathematical symbol, the multiple sign is an example of intersecting lines. When two lines meet at one point, they are called as intersecting lines. So here you can say that line AM and line CD meet at a point P. So line AB and line CD are intersecting lines. Lines, segments and rays may cross over each other and we call this as intersecting lines. Similarly, crossroads are an example of intersecting lines. Intersecting lines, children, are the lines that cross each other, whereas parallel lines is exactly opposite of intersecting lines. Parallel lines never cross and are always at the same distance apart. Now coming to perpendicular lines. Line segments and rays and segments may be perpendicular. Two lines that intersect each other at right angles are called as perpendicular lines. As you can see in the example of table, the corner of the table makes perpendicular lines. So, line M and N are perpendicular. These are some more examples of perpendicular lines. Now, let's recapitulate. A point shows a definite position. A point has no length, breadth and thickness. So, generally point we can say is position or location. A point is represented by a dot and named by capital letters A, B, X, Y, etc. Now, difference between line segment, line and ray. A line segment has two endpoints, a line does not have any endpoint and ray has only one endpoint. Now, let's discuss the other topic, that is angles. So, children, you all has came across different angles in environment. Like observe this flying kite, this kite is making an angle with its string. Take another example, observe this aeroplane and the bird. A person is standing on the roof of the building and from his point he can see that the aeroplane and the bird are making an angle. Look at the ladder leaned across a wall, it is also making an angle. So children, let's do an activity to know more about angles. So students, let's start the activity on angles. For this activity, the material which we require are 1 Fevicol, 2 ice cream sticks and 3 different color paper. So let's start. First I am taking one of the colorful paper, and then children, what you will do, you will fold it little bit like this and press it nicely. See how I have folded? Then you will flip it and again press it. So what you have to do is, we are making a fan. We will make a paper fan. So to make a paper fan, you will simply fold it, flip it and press it so as to get a nice crease like this. Press it. Now what you will do after this, you will fold it into half and press it nicely. So you will get something like this. Now children, what you will do, you will take the Fevicol and you will join these two halves. These two halves I will put some Fevicol and I will join it like this. Press it nicely and now we will keep it aside for some time to dry. Now we will do same paper folding thing with this sheet also. So let's do it. First press it, fold the smaller portion of this sheet, fold it, flip it and again fold it, and just repeat the process. And when you are folding it and flipping it, please start pressing also so that you can get a nice crease. So again we have got this. Now we will fold it into two halves, two equal halves. We will press it and we will join these two with the help of Fevicol. After applying Fevicol, put a pressure so that it pastes nicely. Now keep it aside for drying. Now this is my third sheet. Again I will fold it. Small portion of the sheet first I will fold it, then I will flip, then again I will fold it, and when you are folding it, keep on pressing the sheet so as to get nice crease. So again we will repeat the same process which we have done with the other two sheets. Just press it. Now again fold it into half, press it and paste it. So keep it aside for drying. So we have got these three folds. So now what we will do, children, we will join all these three folding of the paper. So let's put Fevicol and join them. Again put the paper Fevicol on the second part and join them. So it will look like something like this. After this you will keep it aside for some time to dry. Now we will need two ice cream sticks. So children, what you need to do is open this last fold. Open this last fold. In this last fold we will first apply Fevicol on this stick and we will insert this in between these two folds, and same we will do this side only. So apply some Fevicol and insert. I have applied the Fevicol. Now I am inserting this in first fold, in between first and second fold. See, like this. Now again same thing we will do with other side also. We will put Fevicol and then we will insert this stick in between the first and second fold like this, and we will press it. So you will get it like this, something like this. Now I will keep this at one side for drying. I have already made it. This is my paper fan which I have made it. So children, when these two ice cream sticks overlap, or you can say when this fan is closed, we get an zero angle. Now if I open it little bit, I will get an acute angle. When this fan is in a shape, exact shape of L, I will get an right angle. Right angle is 90 degree. If I open it further, more than 90 degree, that is an obtuse angle. And now if I open it in half, when these two lines are straight, these two ice cream sticks are in a straight line, we get an straight angle. Now if I move it further little bit downwards, I will get an reflex angle, and if I close it completely, I will get an complete angle. So children, isn't it an interesting activity to learn about types of angles? So let's do one more time. Complete circle means complete angle. If I open it little bit downwards, I will get an reflex angle. Now in the shape of semicircle, when the fan is half opened, or you can say when the circle is half, we get an straight angle. If I move it further, I will get an obtuse angle. In the exact shape of L, I will get an right angle. Less than right angle is acute angle, and when I close it, I will get a 0 angle. So this is an interesting way to learn angles, children. I hope you have enjoyed this activity. Now we will explore more about angles. So children, let's learn more about angles. An angle is formed when two lines, line segment or ray intersect at a point. Here two rays are forming an angle like this. Rays forming an angle are called arms or sides of an angle, and the common initial point is called as vertex. So an angle is formed by two rays that have a common endpoint. Like in this case, the two rays are PQ and ray QR. The common endpoint is called the vertex of the angle. Like in this case, the vertex of the angle is Q. The two rays are called as the arms of the angle. So here the arms of the angle are PQ and QR. When naming the angle, the vertex is always written in the middle. For example, if I want to name this angle on your screen, so it can be named as angle PQR or angle RQP. So you have to remember, children, that vertex always comes in between when we are naming the angles. We measure and draw an angle with the help of a protractor. So we use a mathematical instrument. This is a protractor which we use to measure the angles, and we express the measurement of an angle in degrees. For example, the angle given on your screen is 60 degree. The measure of the angle is 60 degree. The mathematical symbol for an angle is shown on your screen, and there are several ways to name an angle. We can use natural number to name the angle. We can also use vertex, or we can also use 2 points on each ray and the vertex in the middle for naming the angles. For example, using a natural number, we can name the angles as angle 1, angle 2 or angle 3. We can also name the angle by using the vertex like angle B, angle P, angle Q. And we can also name the angle by using the names of the 2 points on each ray and the vertex in the middle. If you want to name the angles given on your screen, it can be named as angle ABC, and children, it can also be named as angle CBA. Just you have to keep in your mind that when you are using the vertex and two arms, the vertex always comes in between. The other one is can be named as angle RQP or angle PQR. So the types of angles according to measure which we will be discussing are acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle and reflex angle. So let's, children, learn more about these angles. Acute angle, an angle that measures less than 90 degree, that is between 0 degree and 90 degree, is called an acute angle. Acute angle are less than 90 degree and they are the smallest angle, so that is the reason they are also called as acute angle. These are some of the examples of acute angle. Then the next one is right angle. An angle that measures exactly 90 degree is called as right angle. So right angle are 90 degree angles and they form square corners. So you can see in all the three examples they are making a square corners. And these are some of the examples of right angle which you must have seen in your daily life. Next one is obtuse angle, an angle that measures more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called as obtuse angle. Obtuse angle are greater than 90 degree, which you have to remember. So these are some of the examples of obtuse angle. The next one is straight angle, an angle that measures exactly 180 degree is called a straight angle. And these are some of the examples of straight angle. Now children, I will be showing you one video to learn more about angles. So let's watch the video.
Have you ever observed the hands of a clock? The two hands are at different positions at different points of time as they move along the dial. The two hands represent two rays meeting at a point. When two rays have a common end point, they form an angle. The two rays forming an angle are called the arms of the angle. The common endpoint is called the vertex of the angle. We measure angles in degrees. To measure an angle, we use an instrument called protractor. It is in the shape of a semicircle. The midpoint of its horizontal edge is called its central point. The angle at the center is divided into 180 equal small divisions. A complete turnaround point is divided into 360 equal parts. Each of these parts is called a degree, to be denoted by 1 degree. As you can see, the arms of the angle can take any position. Say 30 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree, 75 degree, 190 degree, 245 degree. Depending on the position of the arms, there are different types of angles. Let's learn about them. An angle whose measure is more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. Acute angle? No, it's acute. Acute angles are smaller than other angles. An acute angle whose measure is 90 degree is called a right angle. All right. Right angles are larger than acute angles. Obtuse angles are bigger than right angles. They measure between 90 degree to 180 degree. What will happen if both the arms of the angle are in an opposite direction? Nothing. There will be no angle. Wrong. This type of angle that measures 180 degree is called a straight angle. Let's move the arm of an angle to more than 180 degree. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. Okay, what will happen if both the arms of an angle overlap each other? 0 degree, 360 degree. Yes, both are correct. An angle that measures 0 degree is called zero angle. When the arm takes a complete turn, then an angle of measure 360 degree is formed. This type of angle is called a complete angle. Let's have a quick review. Acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, zero angle, complete angle.
So now let's learn, children, how to measure the angle. To measure an angle, we use a protractor. The unit of measuring angle is degree. 1 degree is a very small unit and the symbol used for degree is shown on your screen. So a protractor is marked in degrees from 0 degree to 180 degree, as you can see on your screen. The line segment joining the 0 degree and 180 degree mark is called the baseline. So if in this protractor, this is the baseline. On your screen also you can see the baseline of the protractor. So let's measure the 40-degree angle with the help of protractor. So first of all, what you need to do is, children, you have to keep the protractor on the top of the angle ABC such that the vertex B coincides with the midpoint of the protractor. So this is midpoint of the protractor. You can see on your screen also the midpoint of the protractor. This is the midpoint of the protractor. The next step is read the scale which has the 0 mark coinciding with the straight edge, that is ray BC. So here it coincides with the ray BA and we have got a 40-degree angle. Now let's construct the angle 60 degree with the help of a protractor. So the step which we need to follow are, first you have to place the protractor on OA. First you have to draw a line that will be our baseline and place a protractor on OA, that is baseline, such that the center of the protractor falls on O. Then the next step is adjust the protractor such that its baseline lies along OA. Then mark a point, say B, against 60 degree on the paper. So like here 60 degrees coming, you will put a point here as I have put. After that you will remove the protractor and you will join O and B. Thus angle AOB is the required angle. So this is my required 60 degree angle. Now children, we will learn classification of angles according to their measurement. So right angle, it is 90 degree. So angle whose measure is 90 degree is called as right angle. Acute angle means angle which is less than 90 degree. So here the angle which you can see on your screen is 55 degree, which is less than 90 degree. So it is an acute angle. Obtuse angle means more than 90 degree. So the angle which you can see on your screen is obtuse angle because it is more than 90 degree. You can see the line, it is going beyond 90 degree. So an angle whose measure lies between 90 degree and 180 degree is called an obtuse angle. Straight angle, an angle whose measure is 180 degree is called a straight angle. So children, let's recap. The unit for measuring angle is degree. An angle whose measure is 90 degree is called a right angle. An angle whose measure is 0 degree and 90 degree is called an acute angle. An angle whose measure lies between 90 degree and 180 degree is called an obtuse angle. And an angle whose measure is 180 degree is called a straight angle. An angle whose measure is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree is called a reflex angle. Quiz time. So name this figure. Children, this is a line because it has two arrows which shows that the line extends indefinitely from both the directions. They are having two arrows, that means it is a line. Now coming to next one, this is an oblique line. Oblique line means also called as slant line. Now the next one, this is a perpendicular line. Perpendicular line means square corner. Name this figure. So this is an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. So it is an acute angle. So children, I hope you have learned all about geometry and now you all have become expert of geometry. Take care. Goodbye.
Learning upgrade. An angle that measures 90 degrees is called the right angle. An angle that's less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. An a straight angle. When two angles add up to 180 degrees, they're called supplementary angles. When two angles add up to 90 degrees, they're called complementary angles. When two lines intersect, all four angles add up to 360 degrees. Two side-by-side angles called adjacent angles add up to 180 degrees. Opposite angles are equal, and you know the degrees of any one angle. You will be able to calculate the degrees of the other three angles. When two adjacent angles are 180 degrees, the one angle you know is 60 degrees. 180 minus 60 is 120 degrees. The other adjacent angle is 120 degrees. Opposite angles are equal, you see. The angle opposite 60